Good Monday morning, everyone. We are Ruben and Veronica Escalona with Red Alpha Custom Prints here for another episode of our Red Alpha Mugshot Monday podcast. We got some exciting things to talk about today. We are just hyped up. I was ready for Monday. Thank TGIM. Thank God it's Monday. We are your hosts for the day. We are the hosts with the most that will never leave you on ghost. If you if you message us, we're gonna return the text, the DM, the call, whatever it is. We are very responsive and excited to receive your message. But for those of you guys who don't know, we are the owners of Red Alpha Custom Prints. We're a two-man crew in terms of operations, but we have three graphic designers that have been with us for years. Two that have been with us over 10 years and one is about 3 years. And so we provide a lot of different services in the print world. We do, anything from business cards to window wraps. We do vehicle wraps, trailer wraps, banners, stickers, t-shirts, embroidery on caps and shirts and jackets and everything in between. So the goal has always been to create a full service print shop so that you have no reason to go anywhere else. You just do business with us for the rest of your life. You teach your kids to do business with us too. And then we just one happy family, and the print is what brings us together. But if you would like to get in touch with us or get more information, give us a call and we'll tell you our story. But you can go to our website, www.redacp.com. We got our story, we got our products and services, and you can kind of see the brands that we have within our business, and just kind of see, if we're the company that that feels right to do business with. And but without further ado,
you do.
Yes. I wanted to, just let you guys know that we got, weekend recap to share with you. We have. We're going to talk about, new piece of equipment that we're getting this week, and I'm going to talk it up and let you know what that means for you as the customer, how we're going to be able to better serve you with this new piece of equipment. We're going to talk about, some exciting things that we have, with new people joining our team and just kind of like what we see coming over the next couple of months. I'm excited. And then, besides that, we have our coffee break where my lovely wife is going to just talk about whatever's on her heart, whatever's on her mind. She's going to share that with you. And then, of course, something new that we started, the WrapFu Cookie. So you never know what's going to be inside the WrapFu Cookie. It might be something funny. It might be something inspirational. It might be some business advice, some behind the scenes things. You never know. The WrapFu Cookie comes in different flavors, but we'll have that. And then we're going to close it up just, letting you guys know how you can connect with us, either through social media or in real life. But let's get into this thing. But like I always like to say, it can't be a Red Alpha Mugshot Monday without us talking about our coffee mugs.
Yes.
And we need a button so that way, people can clap, like an audience can clap whenever it's Red Alpha Mugshot Monday. Check this out. We got a matching set, obviously red for Red Alpha, but my wife, hers is purple.
Yeah, that's my favorite color.
Favorite color, purple. And so today we also, not only do we have these coffee mugs, but we also have some coffee that we're going to kind of share with you. I know that coffee that we're going to share with, and it's from the Pancake House, the original Pancake House. And so this weekend, over the recap, we went to go eat at the Pancake House. It's becoming one of our go-to places for breakfast.
It's good.
Certain types of breakfast, right? So there's Los Garcias, I think is that the name of the
Casa Garcia.
Casa Garcia, where we go to get our Mexican food fix on. And then we there's another place that we went to that we'll share, Dos Salsas. And but as far as if we want your traditional morning breakfast, with like I like to get the omelet, pancakes or waffles, that type of deal. The Pancake House is where we go. And so whenever we showed up, we were already thinking about you guys. We're like, okay, we got to come prepared with new mugs.
Yeah.
We can't just keep showing the same old mugs.
And I just noticed something. This is a left-hander's mug.
Yes. Yes. So that I noticed that right away. I was like, this is it's a left-hander's mug.
Normally
So
it's like this for right-handers, but not this one.
Yeah. Keep Austin weird. I wonder how many left-handers are in Austin. I seem to be at home over there, not just because, our kids are there, but it's like the feeling. One of the cool things that I recognized whenever, and I told you that I recognized when we were eating there, is the diversity in the people.
Yeah.
Right. They didn't all just look like us. Right. Or, they weren't all just the same. Right. And and so nothing wrong with that. I like being with familiar. I like being familiar, but the familiars, right? And but when you go to a city like Austin, you got people of all over the world that move to Austin, different cultures, different beliefs, different everything, right? And but you see a place like Pancake House brings them together, and they and everybody's getting along, so it's just an awesome thing. I love it. And the coffee is good. It just says custom roast coffee, but the brand here is, how do you pronounce that? Dubuque. And so this is specially brewed for the Pancake House. This is the original Pancake House, so it's not the International House of Pancakes. It's
not IHOP.
Yeah, it's not IHOP. This is the original Pancake House, and it's awesome. I had the Santa Fe omelets, which is it's got like diced onions and tomatoes and bell peppers, the cheese. It had a couple different. I think it had shredded beef in it, and bacon, and so that's my style right there. It's like I like that. Then I had some pancakes and toast, and I order extra, right? Because usually whenever you're ordering, and they're like, well, it comes with 3 pancakes, and it comes or hash browns or toast, and I'm like, I want all of those. So
you're like, yes,
yes. I want the pancakes. I want some hash brown, and I want some toast. And it doesn't matter that we have to pay a little extra because, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. Right. And what did you have?
I had the Belgian waffle. That was already on my mind because I've had their waffles there before. They're really good. And just some scrambled eggs and bacon on the side, which I usually don't finish. I always want to add the eggs and bacon because what's a waffle without eggs and bacon? Right. But then I probably just eat half of the egg and then one strip of bacon. But it was really, really good. That Belgian waffle there is real, it's fluffy, it's thick,
nice and fluffy, yeah.
And then just add I'm just with a plain waffle. I don't need any, whipped cream and blueberry and strawberries or bananas. I just give me a plain waffle.
Just straightforward.
And I am fine.
Fine, yeah. That's awesome. I mean, so what I did is, it's kind of like the first time ever in my life that I said, you know what? I don't have to eat the whole thing. I could have ate the whole thing. But then we were planning to do some other stuff. And so it's like, I didn't want to be like, oh man, I'm so full and like, have to, deal with that. So I said, I'm only going to eat half of it. And if you notice with the Belgian waffle, it's got the 4 little.
Yeah, it's already.
Yeah, dude. And so you cut it in half. And then take that right there, and then the to-go boxes are just enough to fit about half of the meal. It seemed like that's what I noticed, right? And then it just dawned on me. Here I am, going to be 53 years old. Am I going to be 53 or 54? 53. So I'm going to be 53 years old, and it just dawned on me that if I don't want to eat everything that's on my plate, I don't have to. No one's gonna ground me. No one's gonna spank me. Not anymore. And so I just do whatever I want to. And so it's always a good deal to where it's like, save it for later. And we got to work on that because a lot of times that, it doesn't get eaten. But at least for the time being, just eat half. If you need a little bit more, okay. But don't stuff yourself. Because when you stuff yourself, then it's kind of like, ruins the rest of your day.
Yeah.
All you can do is just take a nap and that kind of deal, you know. So the Pancake House was great. We had the opportunity, if we're going to stick with food, we went to another place called Wayback Burgers, and it was our first time going there, and it's you know, I just got the classic burger. You know, I didn't even add jalapenos. I forgot to add jalapenos, but just your classic burger, fries, and a drink. But man, it was good.
It was really good.
It was a real good burger. And it's not really your home style. I don't think it was the home style cooking. It's just your classic burger.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, it just tasted really good. The bun wasn't too thick. It wasn't too thin. It wasn't crusty.
Whenever when I saw the picture, you know, on the menu, you know, it had a thick bun, like a brioche bun, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, I really don't like those thick buns.
Yeah.
But you do, right?
Yeah. I like thick buns, and I cannot lie.
And so I got the classic too, and it looked kind of big, and I go, well, I'll just eat half of it, and then, you know, take the other half home and then throw it away after 3 days.
Yeah, the usual.
No, but it was really good. It was tasty. The fries were golden, crispy. They had just enough salt.
I'm pretty sure they weren't using seed oil.
No, that
tallow. It's got a different taste, so it's
had a different taste. So it didn't seem like vegetable oil.
Yeah. I didn't feel like walking like a zombie, and you know, I wasn't spaced out afterwards. You know, sometimes when you eat that fast food, that's what happens. You know, it's like you got all them GMOs, you got that seed oil working in you, and some red number 5 and all of that stuff. I mean, we still love it, but you know, the after effects. I didn't have the after effects in it. It just seemed like I was eating something a little bit more healthy. The beef was probably, and I'm assuming, right? Just if you go to this place, you can look at places that this is how they do business, and there's a lot of these type of businesses in Austin where they're more conscious of being healthy and making sure that the beef is farm raised, right, and making sure that they're cooking with better ingredients and things like that. I guess it's called socially conscious, right? To where they're like they care about even the animals, where they're, you know, how they're being taken care of, right? And so this just seemed like that place. If it's not, forgive me, but you know, it's like I'm judging the book by its cover, which in a positive way. So Wayback Burgers was really good. It may be another place that I think we're going to go back for sure.
For sure.
We're kind of wrestling with the thing. It's like, do we want to go to a place that we know is good, or you know, can we try other stuff?
Yeah.
You know, because I like to try new things, and let's go somewhere where we haven't been before. And so you'll never find me going to a Whataburger out there, and you know, that's kind of weird, right? And so you know, so we'll try the Mexican food at different Mexican restaurants and that kind of deal. But our kids have their go-to places, and so they usually take us there, or they're like, hey, we tried this one place, you know, not too long ago. Let's try this. And so that's the deal when it comes to food. Also, we had an opportunity to meet a new family member. We have a new grand dog.
Yes.
One of our daughters, we knew about it, and she sent us the picture when they first got it a few weeks ago.
A couple of months ago.
Okay, so he's about four months now, right? 4 months, and so they got him a couple months ago, and so we saw him, and he was little, and we can't wait to meet him. And then you know,
and he's 3 times as big.
Yeah. So I was trying to think, when was the last time that we went?
It was in
November, right? Okay. Yeah, because we got sick and couldn't make it for the holidays and all that stuff. So this past weekend was the first time that we got a chance to meet our Grand Doggie. His name is Rocky, our Grand Doggie Rocky, and man, he just loved us. He was all excited to see us, and you know, he was like, kibbles and bits, and he was like just real playful and just wanting your attention, you know, kind of like you're like everybody's puppy, I think. And so I got to wrestle him and give him a headlock, give him a noogie.
He's at that stage where he's all wobbly, you know. He'd try to jump on the sofa, and like he missed. I'm like, it's like so
He's still learning.
Yeah, learning, and his ears are all floppy, and you see his face, and he's looking at you like,
He's all curious. He's like, what are you doing over there? What's that?
Yeah. And biting your shoes and playing with his toys. And
but he's trained. They're training him. It's like, for him being so young, it's like, go to your bed. And so he's got a little bed. It's like, boom, crate. And they call the crate home. And so then it's like, he knows how to sit, paw. He gives his paw, turn around. And then even like, let me go down and get it.
Yeah, lay down.
Yeah, and so he's just really like already he's on it. He's smart. I think he's going to be like he's going to be an A student in school.
He's so cute.
Yeah, so we got to meet our Grand Doggie for the first time, and now I'm kind of like I want to go to Ollie's and see if they got some stuff, some toys and stuff, because man, he was tearing the toys up.
Yeah. He needs
he went
super duper sturdy.
Yeah, some military grade stuff. Yeah. Because he went through a tennis ball. He was tearing it up.
Within 15 minutes.
Yeah, tearing it up. And he went to, new term alert, ham. He went ham. And so that's one thing. It's a new term. So if you guys hear me saying that, it's because one of our customers reached out to us. They said, you can go ham. And I was like, what does that even mean? Well, I found out that it means that you could go hard as a mug lover, right? Hard as a mug lover. And so go ham. So I was like, you know what? We can do that because I love mugs. And so if you hear me saying ham, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to be cool, but it's like I got to get that word out of my system. And so I'll say it like a few hundred times. And then it's like, I'm over it.
I'm over it. What's next?
What's next? Yeah. Then we got to see our grandson briefly, and so that's always a good time. So we're like, man, how do I spoil my grandson? And so we went to the store and grabbed some clothes, some toys. And it's like, I just praise God for being able to do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Awesome.
It's like, if I had unlimited funds, it's kind of like everybody in my life is going to be spoiled. And it's just because I want to do it, right? And that's what we work for, and that's the motivation to get up every day, right? And so I work, I woke up today excited. And before we get into the segment, I just want to take a moment to just acknowledge, right? Just acknowledge how blessed we are.
Yes.
Right. We got a text. I'm not going to say the names or anything like that, but if you're listening, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And so we, whenever you're in business, as long as we are, right? And maybe it happens sooner. Every now and then you develop a connection with people that it's just, you just connect. You become friends. It's like, you start out as customers, but just through the daily interactions of a project, and then them coming back to you, and then, talking to them over the phone about what you got next and things like that. It's
sharing about our families.
Sharing about families, and
sometimes that just comes normal, right? Whenever we have a customer, and then you just kind of click, and then it's like you just kind of share your things other than business, and then they share about their personal life, and then it's like, oh, we got a connection. And
it's really sometimes cool. They've gone through the struggle that we're going through
as business owners.
As business owners, or we're about to, and it's kind of, oh yeah, I've been there. I know that. And so there's a lot of things that you relate to, but there's just kind of like a connection to where you start caring about them, and they become friends. And sometimes it happens faster, right? It's like there's some people in my family that that I don't consider my friend, right? But they're family, so it's like, that's a whole different thing. But customers becoming friends, and just so this particular customer friends, they give us a call, and they're like, they bless us in a special way, right? It's a special way. We had something that we were working on, and so the husband, he sends me a text. He's like, you got a minute? And I was like, well, we're finishing up lunch and about to say our goodbyes, but I'll give you a call when we're on the road. And I didn't know. I thought maybe it was going to be another project or something like that. I didn't know exactly what the conversation was going to be about. But without going into too much detail, he said we were paying off something that we owed them from a project that just didn't work out, right? And so they were like, I just want to let you know that we had a feeling today, and so you guys are good. You guys are good. You don't owe us anything. And the reason why I share it, the reason why I share that story is because I want to it's just like God has our back, right? And I want to give God some glory, and I want to like stop worrying about the way that it makes me look, right? And start giving God some attention, right? Because God has been good to us,
yes,
right? And so I'm gonna have to change the subject real quick because I don't want to get emotional about it. But God has been good to us, and this was just another example of His grace and His mercy and His favor over our lives. There's a passage in Scripture where it says that Jesus, He grew in stature and in favor with God and man, right? And so I believe that God right now is talking to other people about us. And that is a sign of that right there. It's like there's people who can bless us that God is talking to them about us, right? And to receive that call or to receive that text, and it end up being that, and it's like that, it just reminds me that God has our back.
Yeah.
And He's looking out for us. And it just was a big deal. And it's like, I want to make it even a bigger deal because it's just what God does. He's proven Himself in our lives over and over and over, and it's like, it just kind of made it like, it gave me confirmation because the next segment, we're going to talk about something that is really going to change our business, but to give that it's proper attention. God has always shown up in our lives, and even whenever there was an uncertainty or it's like it's tough, He's always showed us that He has our back. He provides, He delivers, He makes a way when there doesn't seem to be a way, and He forgives us when we mess up, and He puts the right people in your lives. And I just want to give a shout out to that special couple. You have a special place in our heart even before this, but definitely now. Just want to let you guys know that if there's anything that we can do for you, we're there, and we're going to look for ways, because when someone blesses us, I want to be I want to be a blessing right back, right? But it also gives me like motivation to be a blessing to other people, and so I want to bless people, not so that I can be blessed, but it feels good to be able to bless people.
Yeah, definitely.
And so we speak blessings over that business, over that couple, over the family. We pray that God blesses you 100-fold and in every area of your life. If there's anything that's missing, anything that's broken, we just speak healing into your lives, into your business, because God is going to bless you in a way that we can never do it.
Right.
And that's what we're in agreement for. And so, we want to thank you for that and thank God for that. But moving on to the next thing, and it kind of ties into this is when we were in Austin, we had a chance to sit down with a special person, right? I don't want to give too much details because we're going to have a big reveal when we finally reveal it, right? We're going to make a big deal out of it, right? But we're looking to add someone new to our team. And it's just, it's not just anybody, right? It is someone that I think that has the potential. I know has the potential to help us get to the next level and beyond, right? And so this weekend was part of one of the reasons we wanted to set some time to talk to this person, right? And so we had a great conversation. They're excited, we're excited, and now it's go time. Now it's time to execute the strategies and the plans that we've already discussed, and we need to start like really getting a better plan ready, because by the end of the year we're going to be moving in a direction that we haven't moved before. And so it's going to require us to be better than what we've ever been.
Yes.
Right. So the things that we've been praying for are starting to manifest into our lives, like boom, boom, boom. And so are we ready? Are we ready to carry the weight of the things that we prayed for? That is the question. We'll find out. We'll find out if we're ready, right? Because the Bible says that the light and momentary things, the struggles that you go to, will be far outweighed by the weight of glory, right? So that means that the things that you're praying for have weight, right? So you got to prepare yourself for the things that you prayed for, because those very things might weigh you down, right? And so emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, the things that you prayed for have the potential of draining you of that energy if you're not prepared for it, right? And so I think it's wisdom. You can find wisdom in that. It's like the weight of glory. Most people, they focus on the glory. They're like, oh man, we're going to be able to celebrate, and it's like everything's going to be great. No, that's not what it means. That's not necessarily what it means. It will be better, but you have to be better in order to hold in order to hold that thing, right?
Yes.
So we have to be better business owners. We have to be better at communicating. We have to be better leaders. We have to manage our money better. We have to manage our calendar better. We just have to raise the standard in everything that we do,
right?
If we're going to be able to hold that blessing, because it can, just as easy as it can skyrocket our business, we could fall flat on our face. That is exciting to me, right? I'm kind of weird like that. I look at it. I look at a challenge and I'm like, okay, I'm up for the challenge. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make sure that I don't look stupid. And I mean, I might look stupid, but I'm to make sure that I can manage that challenge, right? And then overcome that challenge. You know, I look forward to that.
He's and like, so, we're going over over a waterfall. Yes. Sharp rocks at the bottom. Yes, bring it on.
That's right. Exactly, like Emperor Cusco. And but yeah, I look at the challenge and I run towards the challenge. I don't try to find a way out. I try to find a way into it. I'm like David with my 5 rocks. I'm going, and I'm not just going by myself. I'm representing God's kingdom in it. And so if it's God's will, that's always what I say. God's will be done. Right? Because if it's God's will, I'm going to just I'm going to conquer that thing just like I did the last thing. Right? If it's not God's will, I'll probably get my butts kicked, but I'm going to get back up and I'm going to keep going. Right? So it's like, I said butts. I only have one butt, but it's like, I'm going to face it. Right? I'm going to stand up to it, for sure. And so, you know, it's hard because I don't want to give too much details, but, you know, through this new addition to our business, we're going to open up different parts of our business that we were capable of doing, but just didn't have the resources or the manpower to be able to do it. And so I came back excited. I was like, I can't wait to wake up on Monday morning, you know, because you know, the coffee, but then also the weekend was really good. It was a great weekend. I feel optimistic about it. I mean, the favor of God is with us, and it manifested in a way that that you see it right in front of your eyes. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not theory, it's not imagination. It is actual, tangible evidence that God is faithful.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
I don't want to say real, because we're way beyond that.
Yeah.
We're way beyond that. God is faithful. His promises are true. He is who he says that he is, right? And guess what? We are who he says that we are, right? We are more than able. We are conquerors, right? We are joint heirs with Christ. And this is not a preaching podcast. That's not what it is, but I just can't help it. Yeah. I just can't help it because I'm excited. And so the next topic I'm also excited about, and it's also just an example of God's faithfulness, right? We last week, if you remember, I talked about equipment that went down, and one of the pieces of equipment that went down is a plotter. We tried everything that we could, you know, to get it back up and running, and that bad boy is just ready for return.
Yeah, he's like, can't no more.
Yeah, my little plotter, man, but he's been with us for since day one.
Yeah, day
right?
one.
It's one of our first pieces of equipment that we got, and so it's time for him to ride off into the sunset. He's going to be part of the Hall of Fame, the Red Alpha Hall of Fame. And
you're gonna have to write a song about it.
I am. Before we do it, we're gonna send him off, and he's gonna have his retirement song and all of that stuff. But we're looking at purchasing a brand new plotter, and this one's gonna be bigger, twice the size of the one that we have. It's gonna be 54 inches, and so I'm excited to get that bad boy in. Hopefully we can get it on the truck tomorrow. If not, it'll be next Tuesday when the truck comes in. And so I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get that. And so what does this mean for the customer? This new plotter is going to allow us to expand the services that we offer, right? We're going to be able to serve the current customers better with, plotting, stickers, decals. We'll be able to do those. We'll be able to do bigger decals without having to seam it. So 50 inches wide by however long you want, right? We got the rolls are 150 feet. So, however long you want, but width wise, it's about 52 inches wide in one piece. We're not going to have to make it into two pieces. And so that is going to be a game changer for us because, not that the seam, it still looks good because you can't see it, but whenever you don't have to seam it, that's a lot better for us.
Yeah, it's easier for us.
One thing that we don't have to do, right? Yeah. To install, but then also whenever we're seaming it, right? It's like just an extra step, right? Stickers, we're going to be able to go wider, and so we don't have to stick within the 24 inch like what we did, and so we're going to be able to do it faster and better, right? And so I'm excited. It's going to be able to do the perf cut and the kiss cut, and so that means that the stickers pop out, boom. Pop out stickers. Yay. Those are called those are the die cut stickers. Die cut stickers. We're going to be able to offer those because the printer, the plotter is bigger. We're going to be able to print out different templates. Like if it's for window tint, we'll be able to do the back windows, the front windows. Any bigger windows, we'll be able to do those. Cut those out of the templates, right? For paint protection templates. We'll be able to download those templates and we'll be able to, plot those out of the plotter because it's going to be bigger. Like we don't have to just do one at a time. We can do the whole set, and so that's going to be good that we can start looking at that and maybe plotting and cutting for any of the paint shops out there that do paint protection and would like to come to us and have these these templates already ready for you, so you can just apply it when you're painting. Also, stripe kits. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, for a hot minute, right? Hot minute. And so stripe kits. So we're going to start, printing those in house. And then packaging them in house so that way if you have a Charger or if you have a Mustang or Camaro or any vehicle that has the stripe kits, we're going to have those already available. And so if it's not printed already, we're going to have the templates for it. We have a catalog to where we can get all of those templates, print them out in whatever color you want, material, if you want it to be carbon fiber, or if you just want it to be standard vinyl, or if you want to design in it, we can do it for you, right? And so stripe kits, these are just all things that we're going to be able to add to our services on top of what we already do, just with this one piece of equipment. So, losing one piece of equipment, but we're getting something better. That's just how God does it, right? We are upgrading our equipment and we just upgraded our computer. So it's like I'm on cloud 9 right now because I'm like, now we're starting to cook with gas, And so we got the new plotter coming in, and so our next segment is one that I'm really excited about. We had the next segment is actually 2 parts. The first one is the Red Alpha coffee break, right? And so I'm going to turn that over to my lovely wife so that she can talk about what's on her heart, what's on her mind in the Red Alpha coffee break. Take it away.
Well, it's not that deep or anything, since we ate at the Pancake House. When I go in, I'm like, okay, I want a waffle or I want pancakes, waffle or pancakes. So I'm like, what do you guys prefer whenever you go and have that decision to make? Waffle, or do you choose pancakes? Because sometimes pancakes are really good at too.
Yep.
There's places where they make them better tasting, but I'm always if there is a waffle on the menu, I'm going to go with a waffle.
Yep.
The majority of the time,
because that's what you like,
right?
Like that's what you're into, right? And so, being the WrapFu master that I am, is I could take any topic and I could make it deep. I can make it inspirational. So one of the keys to life is that you got to know what you want, right? If you're starting something new, it doesn't matter if it's a diet at a new, or a new meal that you want to try at a restaurant. You got to go into it knowing what you want, some sort of idea. Do you want a pancake or do you want a waffle, right? Make up your mind before you go into there, because what's going to happen is someone else is going to make up your mind, right? And you don't want somebody else to make up your mind, because if I'm a pancake person and just because you like waffles, that doesn't mean I have to go and get waffles. If I want a waffle, I will. But if I want a pancake, I want to be able to get a pancake. I want to make up my own mind on what I want to eat. Right. And so I'll ask people, what do you suggest? But it's just, I like it. I don't like it. Right. But I'm going to make the decision and I'm going to get it. Right. And if I want to try something new, I'm going to do that. So turning that thought, that random thought, into wisdom. Know what you want, write it down, and then go and execute as, the best that you can. And then before too long, you're going to have, that thing that you were once praying for. Right. Choose today, pancakes or waffle, right? And then go after it. That's the way that we do it here. And so,
wow, I didn't know it was that deep.
That's right. I helped you, baby. You laid it up and I dunked it. Yeah. Good job.
Oh, it's an Air 5.
Yeah, hit it.
Oh, it was an Air 5 like The Office.
Oh, okay.
Like Jim and Pam.
I wasn't ready for that. But so yeah, and then so we're gonna do something that we do every week. It's the WrapFu Cookie. If you guys know anything about this right here, it's a concept that I came up with that is tied into our WrapFu Academy, the WrapFu, just philosophy of how we go about doing vehicle wraps and things like that. It's going to be part of our training system for new installers and new team members in that area, right? It's the WrapFu philosophy, the WrapFu Academy. It's the way that we do it. We keep it WrapFu. And so part of that is, it's the WrapFu Cookie, right? And so the WrapFu Cookie is just nuggets that come to me randomly. It's like, I have a thought, just like I was able to turn that thing into something like, sort of inspirational, right? The WrapFu Cookie is just random thoughts that come to me, and I was like, you know what, this is a good fortune type cookie, right? It's like a fortune cookie, and so I have a local company that is going to print. They got a 3D printer, and so they're gonna print the fortune cookies, and then before too long, here in the next week or two, we're going to have actual cookies that I'm breaking, and then there's going to be something inspirational to it. Our customers will be able to receive WrapFu fortune cookies. Whenever you pick up your product, we're going to have it. Those kind of things. If it's like a banner, you're not going to get a cookie. You'll probably get a sticker, or something that's goes to the WrapFu Cookie. So it just depends on what it is, but the WrapFu Cookie is something that we're going to do this week. It was real easy. It's about getting yourself in a bind, getting out of a bind, right? And so first off, and this is like just drawing from experience, I tried my best to master getting out of a bind, right? Because I found myself in a bind a lot. Right, just a bind, and so whenever I'm working the material, and it's like, man, I should have started over here. I should have glassed it, or I should have, maybe did go up instead of down, or go in the middle and then up, top to bottom. There's always, once you do it, you're kind of like, man, and then you're lifting it up, and then now you got to do it the right way, right? But I found that I was really good at getting out of a bind. Like, it didn't even matter. It's like sometimes the panels don't line up, and then I tell you, don't worry about that. I could fix that, right? And then at the end, it's lined up, perfectly. And so, but I'll look at something and I'll say, you know what, I can I'm not going to spend too much time trying to fix that right now, because I know that I can always come back and fix that. That came from being in situations where it's like, man, how do I get this out? And so I figured, you got to peel back, you got to take it from a different angle, heat it down a little bit, get this part down and then that part. Sometimes it's a relief cut, whatever, right? But it's ways to make it work, right? And you first have to master getting it out of a bind, because you're not experienced enough to avoid the bind, right? Like, you're going to get in a bind. Whatever, if you're trying anything new, starting a new business or whatever it is, you're going to get in a bind. And so you have to be able to get in a bind and then get yourself out of a bind. Get in another bind and then get yourself out of a bind. Get in a bind and then get yourself out of that bind, right? Then eventually you've gotten yourself out of enough binds that you can start seeing them ahead. You'll be like, if I don't do this now, I'm going to end up in a bind, right? and you don't want to end up in a bind. If you can avoid it, right? That, and I said, a true master looks inside of himself and makes the changes that he needs to make so that he doesn't get in the bind in the first place, right? But the first step is to learn how to get out of a bind, because you can't avoid the bind when you don't really know what you're doing. You're going to get in a bind. Anytime that you're doing something that requires more of you than what you are right now, and anything great that you're aspiring to do is going to require you to get in and out of a bind, because you're just not who you need to be at that moment. That doesn't mean that you don't have value. It doesn't mean that you don't have greatness, or that you're not creative. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you have not experienced enough to be able to see that difficult situation before it actually gets there. Sometimes you're just grinding, and then you wake up and you're like, not wake up, but you look up, you're like, how did I get in this bind? Right? And because you're just trying to work hard. You're just trying to make good decisions.
Like you missed that 10 steps ago.
10 steps ago, right? And you're just so focused on the next step. You're like, okay, I'm just going to get to the next step. And you don't even look up and you say, you know what? There's a bind coming up here. And so I'm going to have to like get some speed and then jump over it, so I can avoid the bind, or I'm going to juke it or something. I'm going to do something, but, and that comes just with experience, right? Wisdom, it comes with experience.
Yeah.
Knowledge you can get knowledge anytime. You can pick up a book and say, ooh, now I learned something new, right? I learned the word ham. I learned that today. That doesn't take wisdom, right? Wisdom is through experience. Like, you have to get in there and you have to like get your hands dirty and then figure it out, mess up, and then do it over again and then get better. That's wisdom, right? Knowledge is something that you can open up a book, you can go to a website, bring up a YouTube video, and you could get knowledge. But if you want wisdom, you have to do it, right? And so that, my friends, is your WrapFu Cookie.
That's good.
Right? And so just wanted to share that with you guys, the coffee break. I didn't mean to steal my wife's thunder, with that. And she was trying to keep it light, and here I go trying to make it heavy. Right? But, we hope that some of the things that we talked about, in the coffee break and the WrapFu Cookie, we hope that you can get a nugget or two out of it, and that it'll help you, and your business, or, in your day-to-day life. If you don't have a business, we hope that you can get some nuggets out of that, and let us know, maybe it's dumb, and put in the comments, hey, that was a dumb thing that you said. But if it's inspirational, you need to say that too, right? I'm okay with constructive criticism, but criticism with just for the sake of being, a critic, I don't know about that, right? But so we hope that we helped you guys, and so we want to thank you as we wrap up this, this week's episode. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. I know that more and more people are starting to see our content, because I'm looking at the analytics and I'm seeing that some of the clips that we're clipping out are getting more and more views, right? We're making new connections on our social media because of the content that we're creating. And And so I'm excited about that, because we don't have to just talk about, hey, we can print banners for you. We can sit here and we could talk about our new coffee mugs. We can talk about the fact that you like waffles, we could talk about our new Grand Doggie, we could talk about, the Way Burgers, our love for hamburgers, and our family, it's like we could talk just about normal stuff. And there's people out there that'll be like, you know what? I like those guys. Let me connect with them. Let me call them. Let me give them a shot, for my next print project. And that's what it's all about. We want to share our behind. We want to share our lives with you and let you know that we're just not a print shop. There's a family behind our business. And there's a we're trying to do things that are fun and exciting. That. If you're a business owner and you're just getting started and you're like, I can't see myself there yet, hold on. It's coming. And, we weren't able to do a lot for a long time. And now we're starting to be able to do a little. And so we're going to keep on doing a little until God blesses us to be able to do more. Yes. And it's just, that's just the way that it works. It doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen eventually. God is faithful. He is true. And as long as you're willing to get up one more time and get yourself out of a bind, try to make good decisions the next time and keep going. Keep going. One step at a time, or if you can go fast and jump steps, whatever, but make sure that you keep going, right? Trust in God, lean not on your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path.
Yes,
right?
Amen.
That's probably the best advice that we can give you. So anyways, we're gonna get out of this thing. We got a bunch of work to do. We're excited about it, but we're gonna let you guys go. We pray that you tune in next week. Pretty soon in the next coming weeks, we're gonna be doing a live episode. That's what I'm working towards, and so we hope you tune in. We hope you tune in. But bye for now. We're Ruben and Veronica with Red Alpha Custom Prints.
Red Alpha out.